Hey, okay. All right. I'm definitely looking forward to looking better on these things. Yeah. Anyway, just finished my meditation. It is day 11 of my 100-day challenge. And I finally logged into the right, I think, into the right YouTube channel. So, meanwhile, I always forget to say this. So, if you like what you're hearing or you're enjoying following along, you can always subscribe. There's my little face is going to be somewhere here. And if you click on it, you can subscribe, and that way you get notifications of these things automatically. Or also, if you've got comments and stuff, feel free to post them either on YouTube or on my Facebook page, or shoot me an email or whatever. So I love hearing your feedback, especially if it's good. Not really a fan of like, you suck emails, but if you think I suck, you could tell me because I'm okay with that. So anyway, my meditation was good. It's still trying to find the rhythm that works, and I always get interrupted like in the first few minutes. I've got the things pinging and the dogs barking, and like I invariably have to stop in the middle to go take care of something within the first 5 minutes, and then I'm like, do I start again, or like what do I do? But it's sort of that's like my life, It's like life intrudes when I'm trying to do something else. So one thing that I is an insight that I was thinking about during the meditation, which I want to talk about today because it's kind of interesting. There's this new dog, this puppy person in my life, in my home right now. He's been here about a day and a half. And the structure of the dog's relationships with each other is evolving. So, a year and a half ago, we got Carl. And he was like 10 weeks, or no, he was like 10 weeks when we got him. And he very puppyish, extremely puppyish. And I didn't know the first thing about raising puppies. And I still kind of don't. But anyway, so he grew up. And then like 4 or 5 months ago, we got Sam. And she was about 4 months old. Or no, I think she was smaller than that. She was probably like 11 or 12 weeks or something when we got her. And then a couple days ago, we get this black pit bull puppy who Madison says is about 8 months old. So he's older than Sam, but younger than Carl. And he's male, and Sam is female, and Carl's, male. So what's happening is everyone is trying to establish their role in the pack. And I started thinking about like how we all do this. We as human animals, wherever we go in any situation or scenario, we try to use social cues to see, okay, where do I fit in the pack? So like Carl, who was never much of a leader before, he was just the dog. And I'm the leader of, the human pack. And so he just was a part of the human pack till we got Sam. And then because Sam was a puppy and Carl was older, it was not really hard for them to figure out, okay, I'm ahead of you in life. So, but now we've got the third one in, and Sam's trying to figure out, okay, well, where am I? And the puppy, who I'm at the moment calling Midnight Rambler, Midnight is trying to figure out who he is. And, okay, I'm submissive to Carl, but am I dominant over Sam? And then Carl's like, no, Sam was here first. And so we as humans do this. We're like, okay, who has more? Who's prettier than me? And who am I prettier than? Who has more money than I do? And who do I have more money? Where do I fit? What's my status in the social structure? But what's amazing about this is how it is two things: contextual, and it changes. So Carl is not the same dog that he was a year ago. There was no way as a 6-month-old puppy that he was going to be the leader of much of anything. And even a week ago, he didn't have the leadership skills that I saw in him this morning. Where standing there and in a solid strength being like, no, this is how you treat Sam, this is how you treat our humans. And so, Midnight's coming in and he's learning. But in a year, Midnight will be another dog. In a month, Midnight will be another dog. We always evolve, but that also our status structure is contextual. So I can be a leader when I'm in my family. I can be a leader when I'm at work, but I can also be a team player. So our identities, our self identities are fluid. And so maybe what that means is that we need to be very careful about who we are surrounded by, and also by the things that we're thinking in our minds. So, for example, if you're constantly around people who are like ahead of you in the structure and you feel submissive to them at all times, it doesn't mean that that's a bad thing necessarily, but maybe look at where then in your life you find yourself wanting to be around people where you're the leader over them, where you're dominant, or where you're able to feel superior in some way. So if you're at work and you're in a position where you're constantly being, your ideas are being shot down, or you're not happy, or you're not fulfilled, then how does that affect your home life? Do you come home and assert dominance there, or with friends, or and they're not necessarily unhealthy ways too. Like if you're in a position where you have certain areas where you feel less power, and then you realize that it's an imbalance, so then you go and you find some area where you feel powerful, like sports. Either I think that's a large part of why people like watching sports teams, is it's a way of affiliating with a dominant group. So my academic background is social psychology and organizational psychology. And I learned a lot of theories, and I learned a lot of, you know, whatever the word is that I'm looking for. Models and ideas and knowledge. I got a lot of smarts. But now watching it play out in the animal kingdom and realizing that we're animals, we have instincts. Like Carl didn't go to leadership management school, right? Jupiter didn't, go to parenting classes. My cat who had kittens. Like, you just evolve and become what the situation demands of you, right? But you also have to be conscious and aware of your process while you're living it. You can't just like run around and like let instinct take over, because we are more than just dogs and cats. We have the ability to think and to reason and to challenge and to reflect on our behavior and on our thoughts, because we are not our thoughts. We are not our thoughts. We are not our instincts. We are not our bodies. We are not our roles. We are not our place in the pack. Okay, there's something deeper. There's a space there that is not any of those things. And that's what meditation is doing, is it's enabling me to get to that space. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go and do my stuff, but maybe I ought to try a little makeup. What do you think? Okay, guys. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.